Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive. This time, we're tackling something that's probably been on your mind, especially if you're in or around Iowa.
We're talking Des Moines Real Estate, and
Right.
we've got a whole stack of articles, market reports, you name it all, about what's going on in 2025.
Yep, because things have been, well, kind of crazy the last few years, right? I mean, bidding wars, prices going nuts, then kind of cooling down.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride.
For sure. And what we're seeing right now in Des Moines as of January 2025, it's almost like this calm after the storm kind of feel. You know what I mean? Like, picture this. There are about 994 homes for sale. The median price is hanging around $218,625. And get this, homes are taking an average of 42 days to sell.
Okay, wait, that's a huge difference from just a little while ago. I mean, I remember houses being gone like that, poof. So is the market like totally frozen over?
Not exactly. It's more like we shifted gears from that super hot seller's market to something, well, a bit more balanced. Buyers actually have time to think now. Sellers have got to be more strategic. And that feeling of like, gotta buy it now,
Right.
that's definitely eased up.
Right. Okay, makes sense. But Des Moines isn't exactly a one-size-fits-all kind of place, is it?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, we've got those cute starter homes, then you've got fancy condos downtown. What's the breakdown looking like for all the different types of properties?
Well, you're right. There's a lot of variety here. When it comes to single family homes, there's still the big players, especially those starter home types, priced under $200,000. Those are going pretty quick.
So those classic Des Moines bungalows with the cute little porches, those are still popular.
Yep. But here's where things get interesting. Those higher end homes, the ones with all the fancy upgrades, they're actually taking a bit longer to sell. It seems like buyers are getting a little pickier maybe because interest rates have gone up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's suddenly become a real estate expert, carefully weighing all their options.
Exactly. Now let's talk about downtown condos. Remember when those were like the hottest thing? Everyone wanted that urban lifestyle. Well, things have definitely changed. In January, downtown condos were taking an average of 113 days to sell.
113 days. Wow. That's like almost 4 months? That's longer than some TV shows. What's going on there? Is downtown Des Moines losing its appeal?
Not at all. There are just a few factors at play. We've got more condos for sale downtown, which gives buyers more to choose from. And maybe people are being more selective. Plus, you can't forget about remote work. Some people who might have wanted that downtown life, they're happy working from home in the suburbs.
So it's a mix of more options and changing lifestyles. Interesting. Okay, so we've got starter homes going fast, luxury homes, taking their time, downtown condos, chilling out. What about multifamily properties? Are those investors still looking at Des Moines as a good place to put their money?
Oh, definitely. Des Moines is actually pretty attractive to investors because those multifamily buildings are, well, they're more affordable here compared to some other places. And guess what? That rental market is strong, so those duplexes and triplexes are looking pretty good.
It's like finding a hidden treasure. So we've got a little bit of everything going on here in Des Moines. But, I got to admit, when I think of Des Moines, I kind of picture it's like one big Des Moines.
Yeah.
Is there really much difference between the neighborhoods, or is it all pretty much the same?
That's where you might be surprised. Des Moines is kind of like a quilt. All these different neighborhoods stitched together, each with its own vibe and its own price range. For example, you could find a house in Capitol East for around $120,000.
Well, that's pretty affordable.
Right. But then if you're looking at Sherman Hill with all those historic houses, get ready to spend something closer to $282,000.
Big difference. So location really does matter even in Des Moines. What about the suburbs? Do they tell a different story compared to the city itself?
Definitely suburbs like West Des Moines, they usually have higher prices and it might take a little longer to sell there. Families love those good schools and the extra space, bigger yards, maybe even a swing set or two.
So we've got our city folks, our suburban families. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure for real estate. But I'm curious, how did we even get to this point, this balanced market?
Yeah.
What's the history of Des Moines real estate over the past few years?
We'll get ready for a wild ride.
Thank you.
Let's go back to 2018, 2019. Those were like the simpler times. The market was moving along nicely, modest appreciation, balanced inventory, life was good.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah.
What was the median home price back then?
It was comfy in the low $200 and buyers could actually take their time, no need to rush, no crazy bidding wars. It was civilized.
Then 2020 happened. Bam. Pandemic housing boom. It was like someone lit a fire into the market and everything just exploded.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Des Moines was suddenly the place to be. Everyone wanted a piece of it. Bidding wars became normal. Houses were selling way over asking price and prices were shooting up like a rocket. Remember those super low interest rates? They were like fuel to the fire.
It was insane. I remember hearing stories of people offering like way more than the asking price just to have a chance. But like They say what goes up must come down. So what happened next in this Des Moines real estate saga?
Well, in 2022, things started to change. Those interest rates, they started climbing up, which made buyers think twice before jumping in. Sales slowed down, more
Right.
houses were available. It was like the market took a deep breath and said, okay, let's calm down a bit.
So no big crash, just a gentle return to reality.
Exactly. Prices didn't plummet. They just leveled off and started to rise at a more normal pace. No more of those crazy jumps every month. It was like
Yeah.
the market finally put on its sensible shoes after years of wearing those sky-high heels.
Okay, and 2024. Did things stay calm or were there any surprises?
2024 was when we really saw the shift to a buyer's market. More homes were available, which gave buyers more choices and a little more power to negotiate. Prices still went up a little bit, but much slower and more manageable. It became a game of strategy for both buyers and sellers.
So no need to panic buy or panic sell. Des Moines real estate found its groove. But now I'm really curious about 2025. We've got that snapshot of January, but what's the prediction for the rest of the year?
The experts are saying steady growth for 2025. Nothing too crazy. Think maybe a 2-5% increase per year. That's a far cry from those double-digit jumps we saw before.
Okay, so no big surprises expected, just a smooth ride.
Exactly. If you like predictability, Des Moines in 2025 is looking pretty good.
Awesome. So we've covered those single-family homes, those downtown condos, and even those multifamily properties.
Yeah.
But we've been so focused on where people live, I almost forgot about the other side of real estate, the commercial side of things. What's happening over there? Are offices booming or are people still working from home in their pajamas?
Ah, the commercial scene. That's where things get really interesting. Office space, well, it's not exactly the hottest thing right now. Vacancy rates are going up because remote work is becoming more and more common.
So maybe not the best time to buy that giant office tower downtown.
Yeah.
But there must be some good news in the commercial market, right?
Absolutely. Retail is doing great. Low vacancies, rents going up. It's clear that people are ready to get out and about, shop, dine, experience all that Des Moines has to offer.
Makes sense. After those years of staying home, people are craving that in-person connection. Des Moines definitely loves its brunch spots and boutiques. But what about those less glamorous but super important parts of the commercial market, like industrial and warehouse space? What's happening there?
That's another area that's seeing a lot of action. Industrial and warehouse space is in high demand. Those big logistics companies and data centers are coming to town. And this actually impacts the housing market, too. More jobs in those industries mean more people needing houses, especially near those industrial hubs.
It's all connected. Okay, last piece of the commercial puzzle, the rental market. We talked about those multifamily properties being good for investors, but what about the renters themselves? Is it as competitive as the housing market we talked about earlier?
Get ready because the rental market in Des Moines is tough. High occupancy rates, rents going up, and lots of new apartments being built.
So it's a good time to be a landlord, but maybe not so much for those looking for a place to rent. It's all the perspective, I guess. But let's say you, our listener, are ready to jump into this Des Moines real estate market, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. What are the keys to success in this new balanced market? What should people be focusing on?
Well, I always say knowledge is power, especially when it comes to real estate. Data is your best friend, technology is your ally, and education is key.
Okay, break it down for us. What does that actually look like? How do you become a Des Moines real estate guru?
First step, become a Des Moines data expert. Know those numbers, the trends, the little differences between each neighborhood. The more you know, the better decisions you can make.
So basically become a walking Des Moines real estate encyclopedia. I like it.
Exactly. Next, embrace technology. Virtual tours, online listings, social media, that's where the buyers are. Des Moines might be in the heartland, but it's still part of the digital world.
Data and tech check and check. What about that education piece?
Don't just sell real estate. Guide your clients through the process. Explain the market, the steps involved, all the options. Be that trusted advisor who helps them navigate this new world.
It's about building relationships and being a real estate mentor. I love that. Speaking of relationships, Des Moines has such a diverse market with something for everyone. Are there any specific niches that are really hot right now?
Oh, definitely. Des Moines is all about niches. We've got something for everyone, from those buying their first home to seasoned investors looking for their next big win. Think of it like a real estate buffet. There's something for every taste.
Ooh, a real estate buffet. I'm suddenly hungry. But seriously, what are some of those top dishes, those niches that are really rocking the Des Moines market?
Well, first up, we've got starter homes and first-time buyers. Affordability is key in this segment, especially now that interest rates have gone up a bit.
Perfect for those just starting out on their homeownership journey. What else is on the menu?
Next, we've got new construction and those booming suburban developments, Des Moines expanding outwards, and those new communities are attracting buyers who are looking for modern amenities and that new home smell.
Ah, new construction.
Mm.
Always exciting. And what about those folks who crave a little more city life? What about the downtown condo and townhouse scene?
Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about them. Downtown Des Moines has transformed itself with those trendy lofts, sleek condos, and stylish townhouses. They're perfect for young professionals, empty nesters, or anyone who wants to be in the heart of it all.
City lights, walkable streets, all the excitement of downtown living. Love it. But let's not forget that Des Moines has its fancy side, too. What about the move-up and luxury home market?
Absolutely. Des Moines might be known for being affordable, but it's got a sophisticated side too. We're talking spacious executive homes, sprawling estates, those historic properties with all the charm and character you could ask for. Think understated elegance.
So it's not flashy, but it's definitely high-end. And lastly, what about our investor friends? What's the hot item for them?
Don't worry, we didn't forget about the investors. Investment properties, especially those commercial multifamily buildings, are still hot in Des Moines. It's all about that steady rental income and the potential for long-term gains.
So whether you're looking to buy your first place, upgrade to something bigger and better, invest in a rental property, or even dive into the commercial scene, Des Moines has a niche waiting for you. But with so many options, how does someone become a true Des Moines real estate guru? What knowledge do they need to conquer this market?
It's all about diving into those essential knowledge areas. Think of it like leveling up your real estate expertise one skill at a time.
Okay, I'm ready to level up. What are those key areas we need to conquer to become Des Moines masters?
Well, first, you need to master local neighborhood geography and amenities. Think of it like knowing the city like the back of your hand, every street, every park, every hidden gem.
So become the ultimate Des Moines neighborhood tour guide. What else is on the syllabus for Real Estate 101?
Next up, you need to become a data whiz master, historical and current market data, so you can analyze trends, predict future changes, and make those smart, informed decisions.
So less about gut feelings and more about crunching numbers and understanding the market's heartbeat. Got it. What else should we be studying?
Hone those pricing and valuation skills. Learn how to accurately assess a property's worth, taking into account all those little details that can make a big difference.
Become a master of value. What else is on the exam?
Don't forget about the nitty-gritty, the transaction process, and all those legal and regulatory nuances. A true expert knows how to navigate the paperwork and ensure everything runs smoothly.
Dotting those I's and crossing those T's. And finally, what's the last piece of the puzzle to becoming a Des Moines real estate mastermind?
You need to understand the economic and demographic drivers that are shaping the Des Moines market. Who are the big employers? What's the population growth looking like? How are interest rates and affordability impacting buyer behavior? By grasping that bigger picture, you can anticipate changes and make strategic moves.
It's about seeing those connections, understanding the why behind the what, and using that knowledge to guide your clients to success.
Exactly. It's about being more than just an agent. It's about being a trusted advisor, a market analyst, a neighborhood expert, and a champion for your clients.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. But it's clear that becoming a Des Moines real estate expert isn't just about selling houses. It's about understanding the heartbeat of the city, the neighborhoods, and the people who call it home.
Absolutely. It's about passion knowledge and that drive to help people achieve their real estate dreams.
Well said. But wait, there's more. We've just scratched the surface of these fascinating niches. Stay tuned for part 2 of our Des Moines Deep Dive, where we'll explore each of those niches in detail and uncover the secrets to success in those specific markets.
Get ready to level up your Des Moines real estate knowledge. All right, we're back. Diving back into those Des Moines real estate niches. Remember all those opportunities we talked about?
Yeah, we left off talking about all those different parts of the market just waiting to be explored.
Right. And now we're going to break down those top 5 niches, give you the inside scoop on each one.
Awesome. Let's do it. I'm excited to see what makes each of these niches tick. Let's start with the foundation of any housing market starter homes and those first-time buyers. What's so special about this niche in Des Moines?
Well, it all comes down to affordability, especially with interest rates being a little higher these days. Des Moines is like a magnet for young buyers, those folks buying their first place, maybe people moving from those pricier parts of the country. They're looking for that sweet spot, where they can get more for their money.
So even though the market's cooled down, those starter homes are still in high demand. It's like they're the real estate version of comfort food. That was a good choice.
Exactly. And for agents who focus on this niche, it's super important to know all about those first-time buyer programs, down payment assistance, all those financing options that can make buying a house actually happen. You're not just selling a house, you're helping someone achieve their dream.
It's about being that guide, that mentor, that cheerleader, helping those first-time buyers navigate the whole process and make it as smooth as possible.
That's it. And here's a little tip for you. Today's starter home buyer could be tomorrow's move-up client. Building those relationships early on can really pay off in the long run.
Makes sense. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about all that shiny new stuff, new construction and those suburban developments. It seems like Des Moines is exploding with these new communities. What's driving that trend?
It's true. Des Moines is definitely growing outwards, and those suburbs are where a lot of the action is. We're talking about those spacious new homes with all the modern features and that brand new feeling, you know? It's like that new car smell, but for a house.
I can practically smell that fresh paint. So what's the key to being successful in this new construction niche? Is it just about knowing where all the new developments are, or is there more to it?
Oh, there's definitely more to it. You need to know the builders, the floor plans, what lots are available, all those little details that make buying new construction different agents who can guide buyers through the whole process and negotiate those upgrades, understand the construction timelines. Those are the ones who will thrive in this market.
It's almost like being a project manager, part real estate agent, part design consultant. You're not just selling a property. You're helping buyers build their dream home from the ground up.
You got it. And don't forget about the potential for repeat business. As Des Moines keeps growing, this new construction niche is only going to get bigger. You're building relationships with families who might need a bigger home later on, or they might even refer their friends and family who are also looking for that new construction experience.
It's all about building those connections that last. Okay, so we've talked about starter homes, those big new builds. Des Moines really does seem to have it all. But what about those people who want that city vibe? Let's talk about downtown condos and townhouses. Downtown Des Moines has really changed a lot in recent years, hasn't it?
It definitely has. Downtown Des Moines is like a whole new city compared to what it was just 10 years ago. You've got those trendy lofts, the sleek condos, the stylish townhouses. They're popping up everywhere. It's got that energy, that walkable vibe that a lot of people are looking for.
Yeah, city lights, farmers markets, rooftop bars. It's that whole live, work, play lifestyle.
Hmm.
Who's drawn to this niche? Is it mostly young professionals or is it a wider range of people?
It's a good mix. You've got young professionals who love that urban lifestyle, empty nesters who are downsizing and want to be close to everything, and even families who like being able to walk everywhere and that sense of community.
So for agents who focus on this downtown niche, it's all about selling that lifestyle, knowing the best buildings, the coolest amenities,
Yeah.
those hidden gem restaurants that only the locals know about.
Exactly. It's not just about square footage and bedrooms. It's about showcasing that downtown experience.
Yeah.
You know, highlight those rooftop patios with amazing views, the fact that you're just steps away from the farmer's market, how easy it is to get to theaters and nightlife. You're selling a piece of the Des Moines heartbeat.
I love that, selling a piece of the Des Moines heartbeat. Okay, let's move up the ladder, literally and figuratively, to the move up in luxury home market. Des Moines might be known for being affordable, but it definitely has a luxurious side.
Oh, for sure. Des Moines might be in the heartland, but it has a sophisticated side, too. Think spacious executive homes, those big estates, historic properties with all the charm you could imagine. It's like understated elegance.
So it's not flashy, but it's definitely high end. What does it take to be successful in this luxury niche? Is it all about knowing where the private golf courses are and what kind of champagne to serve at open houses?
Well, marketing is definitely important. You need to show off these properties in the best way possible. We're talking professional photos, amazing virtual tours, maybe even some targeted advertising to reach those buyers who are looking for something special. You're creating an experience, a feeling of exclusivity.
It's about understanding those little details that make a luxury property stand out. You're not just selling a house, you're selling a lifestyle.
Right. And it's crucial to build relationships with those high net worth individuals, relocation specialists, anyone who works with people who want that upscale lifestyle. It's all about networking, knowing the right people, and understanding what those clients expect.
It's those connections and that personal touch. Okay, so we've covered starter homes, new construction downtown living, and even the luxury side of Des Moines. That leaves us with our final niche investors, and those commercial multifamily properties.
Ah, the investors. They're
Okay.
always looking for the next opportunity, and Des Moines, with its strong rental market and those relatively affordable prices, is a great place for them.
Like they've got their real estate radar pointed right at Des Moines.
Yeah.
So what's the secret to winning over those investors? Is it all about spreadsheets and cap rates?
Well, it definitely helps to know their language.
Mm.
You need to understand those cap rates, cash-on-cash returns, net operating income. You need to know the landlord-tenant laws, the rent trends, and what makes a property a good investment. Investors are all about the numbers. They want to know how a property will perform, what kind of rental income they can expect, and what their potential profit is.
So it's less about how the property looks and more about crunching those numbers and analyzing those potential returns. It's all about the data. And agents who can provide that financial expertise will be in high demand.
Absolutely. And remember, investors often buy multiple properties.
Hmm.
So if you can help them make a successful investment, they'll probably come back for more. Building those long-term relationships is super important in this niche.
It's like being part real estate agent, part financial advisor. You're helping investors achieve their financial goals through real estate.
Exactly. It's about combining your real estate knowledge with a solid understanding of how investments work.
So there you have it, folks. Des Moines is a city of niches, each one with its own charm and its own opportunities. Whether you're passionate about helping first-time buyers find their dream home, guiding those savvy investors to their next big win, or finding that perfect downtown loft for a young professional, Des Moines has a place for you.
The key is to find your niche, become the expert in that area, and build a reputation for excellence. That's how you succeed in any real estate market, but especially in a dynamic city like Des Moines.
And we're back for the final round of our Des Moines Real Estate Deep Dive,
Oh,
ready to level up our knowledge even more.
you bet. In this last part, we're going to reveal the secrets to becoming a true Des Moines market expert. It's like unlocking those hidden levels in a video game.
Okay, I'm grabbing my controller. What's the first level we got to conquer on this quest for Des Moines real estate mastery?
Level 1 is all about mastering local neighborhood geography and amenities, because Des Moines isn't just one big blob on the map, right? It's a whole bunch of unique neighborhoods, each with its own personality, its own quirks, its own price point.
It's like knowing the difference between that trendy coffee shop with all the fancy pour-over methods and that cozy diner with the bottomless coffee pot. Both great, but they appeal to different people.
Exactly. You got to know which neighborhoods offer what. Are they looking for great schools, bike trails, parks? A real expert can match a client's lifestyle to the perfect neighborhood.
So it's like being a neighborhood matchmaker, helping people find their perfect spot in the Des Moines puzzle. But Des Moines is always changing, right?
Yeah.
How do you stay ahead of the game in this ever-evolving market?
That's where level 2 comes in, mastering historical and current market data. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of vague predictions, you've got real numbers and real trends to work with.
So it's less about gut feelings and more about becoming a data detective, uncovering those clues that reveal the market's
You
secrets.
got it.
Hmm.
By analyzing trends, tracking inventory, knowing those median prices, understanding things like absorption rate, which is how fast homes sell in a certain area, you can make those informed predictions and guide your clients the right way.
Okay, so neighborhoods check, data analysis check. What's the next level in our journey to becoming Des Moines real estate gurus?
Level 3 is all about pricing and valuation. Knowing what a property is really worth, going beyond those online estimates and zestimates.
So it's like being a real estate appraiser, but with like a sixth sense for value. You can just walk into a house and know what it's worth.
Well, maybe not a sixth sense, but you definitely develop a feel for it. A real expert knows how those granite countertops or that finished basement impact the price. They can spot those hidden gems, advise clients on renovations that'll get them a good return on their investment.
It's about seeing the potential for both buyers and sellers, helping people make smart choices.
Yeah.
But real estate isn't all sunshine and open houses, right? There's a lot of paperwork, contracts, legal stuff. It can be a little scary. How do you handle that side of things?
Level 4 is mastering the transaction process and understanding all those legal and regulatory details. It's what makes a deal go smoothly and successfully.
Like having a real estate lawyer on speed dial, ready to handle any curveballs.
Exactly. You got to know those Iowa contracts inside and out, understand every step of closing, and stay up to date on those ever-changing regulations. Clients feel good when their agent knows the fine print like a pro.
It's about being that trusted guide, protecting your clients every step of the way. But real estate isn't just about houses and contracts, is it? It's about people, the community, the bigger picture. How does that fit into being an expert?
Level 5 takes us beyond the individual properties to those economic and demographic drivers. It's understanding the bigger forces that shape the Des Moines market.
So zooming out and seeing the whole picture, how do those big employers, population growth, interest rates, and affordability all play into the real estate scene?
Right. It's about realizing that a new hospital opening up in a suburb might mean more people wanting to live there, or that a big company downsizing could change certain parts of the market.
It's like connecting the dots, seeing those ripple effects, and understanding how local and national trends all impact Des Moines real estate.
You got it. It's about becoming more than just an agent. It's about being a trusted advisor, a market analyst, a neighborhood expert, a champion for your clients.
This has been awesome. We've explored Des Moines real estate top to bottom, learned about those exciting niches, and uncovered the secrets to becoming a true market expert.
And like I always say, knowledge is power. The more you learn, the better you'll be able to navigate the real estate world, especially in a city as vibrant as Des Moines.
We hope you enjoy this Des Moines deep dive. Thinking about making a move to the heartland? Remember, we're here to help. And if you have any questions or Des Moines dreams you want to share, don't be shy. Happy house hunting.